In this video, I'm going to tell you the best strategies for you to be successful with Amazon FBA in 2019. Stay tuned. What's up, fellow jobbers? It has been a while, but you already know the deal. This is your boy David Liggins with No Rep Limits, and I'm back with another video, and I'm fairly certain you're going to like this one. Oh, and for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm a six-figure Amazon seller. I've been doing this coming up on 2 years right now. I'm super excited. I'm documenting my journey right now, going from $0 to $100,000 in revenue. I just launched 3 products in the last month and a half, 2 months. I'm super excited about it. There's different videos along my channel so you can follow along that way. But today we're going to be talking about the top strategies to be successful with Amazon in 2019, and I'm excited to share it. You're in for a good one, guys. Stay tuned. All right. Before we get to that, guys, I need to ask you a favor. For new followers or people who found my channel, here's the thing. The biggest way for you to show me that you're liking my content, you want me to keep producing more, is you already know the deal, crew. Be on that like crew, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell to be notified of my videos. It really means the world to me, guys. I know I'm a small channel right now. I want to grow. I want to be able to touch more people's lives and show them that they can be successful in 2019 with Amazon FBA if they do it the right way. Just like you want reviews on your product on Amazon, we need the likes and subscriptions at YouTube creators, because that allows us to, one, get feedback from you and also help reach more people. So go ahead and hit that like button, guys. I appreciate it. All right, let's get started. So what are the top 5 things and strategies that you need to pay attention to in order to be successful with Amazon FBA in 2019? I'm here to tell you. So the first thing, and you probably guessed it already, guys, the first thing that you need to do in order to be successful in 2019 with Amazon FBA is honing your skills with product research. Now, the funny thing is here, I've been battling between whether or not product research is the most important thing or the next one. And then when I get to the next point, I'll let you know. But why is product research extremely valuable for your success? Guys, if you're selecting the wrong products, you're not being able to identify different products, you're not sure how to use these tools, or at least find different niches or markets that you can be in, there's no way you can get started with this process. So that is why this is kind of inching towards the number 1 position as far as the top things you need to do in order to be successful with Amazon. You need to make sure that you're doing the right product research. There are tons of different ways to do this and a ton of different tools, okay? And the biggest thing that you need to realize is that when you're using these tools, when doing product research, you're using them to find product ideas. This doesn't mean that this is exactly what you're going to do, guys. They're product ideas, and that's really important, okay? So what are the things you need to focus on when you're doing these product research? Like everybody says, there's nothing new here. And if you are kind of new to this, then let me just kind of reiterate for you. You want to make sure things are not extremely competitive, okay? You want to make sure that products have demand, that there's proven demand for the particular product in this particular market, and also that it's not extremely competitive. There are many different components that goes underneath what defines competitiveness, and you need to understand what those are, all right? Of course, it's going to be reviews, your listing, the product itself, how much demand on the product, how many people are selling this, how many competitors are you going to be battling for position on the top positions for the particular product. These are all things that you need to pay attention to when doing product research when you're getting these product ideas, all right? And that leads me to my next point. So, man, I'm still struggling with this as far as should this be number 1 and number 2, and it has to be number 2 only because if you don't find product ideas, you're not going to get to this point. But this is product evaluation. All right, guys, you have to understand how to evaluate your products and how to validate your products. All right, so we talked about reviews, listing, how many competitors. These are all kind of factors in order to evaluate and validate that your product idea that you found with all these different tools, and some I'm going to show you, one of my favorite is Helium-10, all these different tools that you use to find these product ideas, you have to validate them. And let me tell you, from my experience and what I'm seeing on these forums, every day somebody's asking in these Facebook posts, Hey guys, they send you a screenshot. Hey guys, is this a good product? Should I go after it? All right. Now, I know everybody has to start from a certain position and people are looking to validate their product idea, but this, you can't validate it with one screenshot on these different tools, guys. You have to have different information in order to make sure that you can fit in this particular market, and that's key. So don't be the person that's throwing up screenshots and making a decision off these screenshots. You can't do that. You have to look at how much demand. You have to look at the reviews. You have to look at your price point. You have to understand your margins, guys. You have to understand if PPC is going to be crazy. What keywords are people searching for in order to find this product? How many competitors are there in this particular niche, in this particular market? This is what you need to understand, right? So let me give you a quick example so I can hit this one home for you. If you're looking at a product that has a ton of search volume, okay, we're going to talk about a little more detail with certain tools. Don't want to go into that right now. But if you're looking at a lot of product that has some pretty decent demand, monthly search volume, and for, let's say for the top 10 keywords, they average about, I don't know, 900 to 1,200 competitors on those. That is pretty good, okay? But if they're averaging, between 5, 7, or even upwards of 10,000 competitors for each of those keywords, you're gonna have a more difficult time ranking for them and jostling for position and trying to get first page to rank, guys. That's really critical. That's a big piece of product validation, just understanding if you can fit in that market and you can compete, all right? Let's go to the next point. So we've already talked about how to find your product ideas, all right? We're gonna talk about some tools in another video. One of my favorites is Helium 10. I personally use it, and that's actually how I found a product that's doing between $12,000 and $15,000 a month in revenue. I just launched it last month. Crazy, right? And I'm gonna show you how you can do that. So stay tuned. Like crew, you already know what to do. Second, validating your product. Okay, we talked a little bit about how to validate your product, how to make sure that this product idea can be beneficial and you can fit in this particular market. Demand, competitiveness, your competitors, all right? These are all things that you need to focus on to see if you can fit in this market. Does it have room for you and your product? The third thing that I'm gonna talk about right now is product differentiation. Guys, this is so incredibly important. And there are hundreds of ways that you can differentiate on your particular product. You must differentiate on your product. If you're going to just source something from Alibaba, the same product, and slap your logo on it, which I know a lot of other gurus tell you to do, that's not going to work for you. Not going to work. That's going to be the quickest way for you to fail. You have to add value to your products. You have to have a reason that a customer would choose your product over somebody else's, over the hundred of competitors that's going to be jostling for the position on the first page. All right? There are many ways to understand how you can add value to the product, but the one that you do not want to focus on is price point. And what I mean by that is you don't want to battle on price point. The race to the bottom means the race to losses. That means the end of your product. You don't want to do that. You want to add value so you can charge a premium price. Or you can at least have a premium price relative to your competitors. So you can add more value, sell it at the same price. Hold your position, because customers, you want to make it so customers think it's a no-brainer to choose your product over everyone else's. All right? Differentiation, and there's many ways to do it. The best way, look to the reviews. Figure out a way that you can compete. All right, guys? Let's go to the next step. The next piece of this whole strategy on how you can be successful with Amazon FBA in 2019 is learning how to source your products. Really, we're going to be focusing on sourcing from China at a relatively a good cost, for you, and that can vary from person to person in order for you to be successful. If you look at some of my previous videos, this is one of the biggest mistakes I made early on when starting my business. I sourced the product at a premium price, but I was not able to sell it at a premium value. That's huge. If you source your product incorrectly, you failed. You can select the right product idea, you can validate your product, you can differentiate your product well and have a home run product ready to go, But if you source it at the wrong cost, meaning let's say you source it too high, you won't be able to sell it at that premium price, okay? And so this is really important for you to understand. This doesn't mean that you need to reach out to 50 suppliers and get the cheapest price. Absolutely not. I would take a supplier that's a little bit more expensive that can provide exactly what I want than sacrificing on quality and other things and saving $1 or 75 cents or something like that per unit. That's just, I've been very successful with those decisions, and I rather choose a high quality, so with your customers, over the cheapest price. So sourcing is extremely important. You can do 1 through 3 absolutely right. You can do this piece of this strategy, solve that puzzle, finding the product, validating it, differentiating, and then fail on sourcing, and then boom, your product's dead in the water. And I can source the same thing as you, differentiate, just do exactly what you did, but source better, and I'm going to be successful. Okay? So we don't want you to do that, guys. We want you to be able to source the right way and be successful with your product. At least I'm improving your chances of success. All right, guys? So sourcing at the right price. So that means understanding your margins. Run the numbers. Run the numbers. It's extremely important, because if you don't run the numbers correctly, you're going to be in a world of hurt. And you're going to get your product. It's going to cost you, let's say, I'm just making up numbers here. It's going to cost you $5 to source your product, $1 to land your product here, meaning that you're going to spend $1 to ship it. So it's going to be $6 landed cost. But then you gotta think about building your listing, running PPC, what's your selling price, Amazon fees. That's your biggest cost other than shipping in your product. Your Amazon fees are your biggest cost. They take a percentage of your fee, a referral fee and a pick and pack fee if you're doing FBA. Understand what those are. Okay, it's going to be different depending on how big it is and how much it weighs. So you got to be able to source your product the right way. And if you follow along on what I'm doing and what I'm teaching through this channel, you're going to be able to be successful with that. All right, guys. All right, now we're up for the final one, the final piece of this strategy, so you can be successful, or at least have a successful mentality, a positive mentality about going to Amazon in 2019. All right, guys. So this is definitely not the final piece of the puzzle, but it's very important that you get this. And I personally think these are like the top 5 things that you need to be very cognizant of and hone your skills in order for you to be successful with Amazon in 2019. And the 5th one that I'm going to talk about here is your product listing optimization, your detail page. This is what customers see. All right. So for those of you who haven't really been in this space and this is fairly new and you're thinking about getting into this business model, listing optimization is how good is your listing relative to your competitors, and also how good is your listing in understanding Amazon's A9 algorithm and being able to find your listing. Okay, so there's a couple of things. For example, this is what listing optimization, to kind of drive it home for you. When you go and type in certain keywords or search terms to find your product, like garlic press. Garlic press is a search term to find a garlic press, okay? So when you look at a garlic press, what are you gonna see? That's the most broad term, right? So you're gonna get a lot of things. You're gonna get a plastic garlic press, stainless steel garlic press, aluminum garlic press, a cast iron garlic press with handles. You get my drift? Garlic press is that root term, but there can be so many different garlic presses underneath that, okay? So let's say stainless steel garlic press, just to kind of drive this home a little bit more. Stainless steel garlic press. If I type that in, what do I expect to see as a customer? I expect to see stainless steel garlic presses. They may have handles, they may be anodized a certain color, they may be a different style, etc. But I'm going to see a stainless steel garlic press. All right. So custom behavior, when they search for stainless steel garlic press, what are the first thing they're going to do is look at the images. That's how customer shops. If your image stops, your main image stops them from scrolling, you've done your job of having a great main image to your listing. You stop them from scrolling, they're paying attention to your listing. Okay, so what are they going to pay attention to next? Your title. You better have stainless steel garlic press in there, right? Stainless steel garlic press, heavy duty, you can squeeze, blah, blah, blah. But now your title is where I'm getting at. It needs to be a readable title. It needs to be a very good English title. Don't just stuff it with keywords. It doesn't work anymore. We could talk about that later. But you want to have a title that grabs their attention, that tells them exactly what they're going to get from your product and draws them in to do what? click that mouse. You want to click, or we're on mobile, tap the screen. We want to make sure that we get that customer to that listing. Your picture is going to stop them from scrolling. Your title is going to get them to click. And the next thing they're going to do is look at your reviews, look at your price point, and look at your bullet points. Okay? So when you have an optimized listing, you're going to have amazing photos. Amazing photos. You better aim for the best photos on the first page. Out of in-app marketing, aim for the best photos, okay? Then you're going to have a descriptive title that's going to tell customers what they're getting, exactly what they're getting. Don't leave anything to guess, guys. Let them know exactly what they're going to get. When they click on that listing, of course it's going to take time to build up these reviews, but you want to make sure that you have good reviews. They're not going to click on your listing if your reviews are like a 2.5 star, right? They're going to click on 3.5 stars and above. Make sure that we have a quality product, okay? You want to have that 4 stars plus. We want to have all 5 stars lit up, okay? And then they're going to look at your price point. Where's the value, right? Have you added value to your listing and your product relative to everybody else that's selling a stainless steel garlic press? All right, guys, that, and also your keywords. You're looking at your description and your bullets. What terms are you using? Are you adding terms in there that people are searching for to find your product? Are you telling Amazon what your product is on the back end on those keywords and search terms so they can find your product? That's key for listing optimization, because if you don't have those, people are not going to be able to find your product because it's not going to appear in search. All right, guys, this is listing optimization. Now, I know this is a lot of information, okay, guys? And so I'm going to talk about this in more detail in future videos, but this is just the strategies, okay, the things that you need to be aware of and the mindset that you have to have when you're going into Amazon FBA in 2019 and you want to be successful. All right, guys, drivers, man, I hope that you found value in that information. If you stayed this long, become part of the crew. Subscribe, become that like crew, show some support, show some love, guys. This lets me know that you enjoyed my videos and you want to see more from me. And you know, I have a couple quick announcements, and I want to be careful with this, guys, because I don't want you to think that out here trying to be a guru. I never said I'm a guru. I'm a person just like you, all right, just who's trying to create a better lifestyle for myself and not be tied down to that 9-to-5 schedule. Okay, guys, and I want to make sure that I help people and I touch people's lives in the way that other people have touched my life and got me into this process. Now, I haven't, made it, quote unquote, you know what I mean? But I'm at a point now where I can see light at the end of the tunnel. I feel confident in this. I've learned so much and I know how to execute, guys. And I want to share that knowledge with you because I don't want you to feel the pain that I felt over the last couple of years with the mistakes that I've made. And one of the biggest things that has been helpful to my growth, why my products are right now on track to do $30,000 a month, an average of $1,000 a day, with 3 brand new products within the last couple months here. The reason why I've been able to do this so successfully, so quickly, is because of the leadership and the mentorship and guidance that I've had. And I don't want people to think that the only way you're going to be successful is if you have a mentor or some guidance, if you buy a course. No, those things will help you accelerate your success, but you still have to have the mindset to go. But I don't underestimate the value of having someone being able to guide you through this process, or being able to give you feedback on some of the things you can do. Because if I would have gotten the feedback that I've gotten now on some of the things that I did when I first started this, I probably would have saved around $25,000 when I first started, to be honest with you, okay, guys? But that's why I'm here. That's why I'm creating this channel, so I can help you. And what I'm getting at is I'm not going to push this too much in my videos, guys, but for 2019, new me, new year, new me, help. So if you want the help and you want a little bit more one-on-one guidance and explanation with some of these things, I am offering coaching calls. They're extremely affordable, guys. I'm not charging like $250, $300 an hour and some nonsense like that. No, absolutely not. They're not free. But there's this nominal charge just, for my time, obviously, but, for people who are taking this seriously, this charge is going to be minuscule compared to the advice you're going to get and the value that I can to give to you one-on-one in order for you to, alleviate making those mistakes. That's going to cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Okay. And I can help you. The link's in the description, guys. If you want a coaching call, you can sign up for 30 minutes or an hour. If this is your first time doing it for the 30 minutes, sign up for that. Say it's your first time. We can talk for an hour. I just want to make sure that I help you guys. I'm really excited about that, okay? So I'm not going to talk about that too much, but link in the description if you want a coaching call, all right? Last but not least, for this channel, there's a couple things that I want to do, and I want you guys to keep me accountable on, all right? And this is making sure I'm posting more content, more valuable content that you want, all right? I'm going to do 2 different playlists, 2 different series. I'm going to continue my series from $0 to $100,000 in revenue a month, okay? I'm very close to getting very close, if not past the $30,000 a month mark, but we'll see how these next 30 days kind of pan out. When I get there, I'm going to be adding more products in that line. So if you're interested in that content, of course, subscribe and hit that like button. But you're going to be able to look at the playlist, the road to $100,000, okay? That's why we're going to be talking about business updates. I'm going to show you my numbers, kind of open the door to my business so you can see that I'm selling right now, and the information I'm giving you is the information I'm receiving today, not old information from 2 years ago, strategies today that worked in 2019, all right? And secondly, I'm going to start a new series where it's going to be more conversational, just like this, okay? I'm going to focus on how to get started with FBA. We're going to talk about some more advanced tactics a little bit later, but really, I know a lot of the people who have been asking me, say, hey man, do you have some really good information, but you're really deep into it. Bring it back a little bit and help us get started, And so that's exactly what I want to do. So follow my road to 100K so you can see kind of the insides on the things that I'm working on with my business and the challenges that I have and facing right now, with ranking, building listings, etc., product research. And for this one, I'm going to talk about how you can get started. How you can get started with a limited budget. How you can get started with a bigger budget. Things, how to validate your product, how to do some of that product research, but really how to start all the stuff that you need as the foundation in order for you to be successful. All right, guys, but dropping value bombs. I hope you like it. As always, drivers, keep driving your business to success. I'm looking forward to 2019, providing more content that is valuable for you. If you stayed this long, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Become part of the crew. Hit that like button, subscribe, press that bell so you can get notified of my next videos. And I'll see you at the next one. Peace, guys.